Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP as well as the vast majority of crypto. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this here. So we do see, the SEC plans to sue Bittrex even after they said that they are winding down the US operations. Seems like they won't stop until every US exchange has left its shores. And here we have from the Wall Street Journal, SEC targets Bittrex, fallen giant of US crypto exchanges. So this is pretty interesting. Now, remember what I've said though around the SEC and their motive. All they want to do is completely destroy exchanges. It's the number one reason why they haven't given any guidance at all. They left the door open for them to go after any exchange that they want. They want to destroy these exchanges, and they want to give all custody to Wall Street. We've talked about this. Fidelity, BlackRock. I mean, so many of the largest traditional financial players have been jumping in on crypto custody services. All while the SEC has been going on a rampage against exchanges and targeting them, especially even DeFi protocols. So as we look at this, as you take a step back, you could truly see their motive. It's not about so much what the exchanges are doing. It's about what the SEC wants to do for Wall Street. It's truly sickening, and it should honestly make anyone that has been pro crypto and has been in crypto for a while, or even maybe you're just getting in now, it should make you all mad. This should frustrate you extremely because, again, what we are trying to do is get away from Wall Street and the traditional system, because all of it is controlled and manipulated to fight back against you and me. It's to keep us poor while the rich and the wealthy continue to get rich and wealthy off the backs of, again, yes, the poor. And what do you see over here? Finally, some sort of major update around the SEC and Gary Gensler. I do strongly believe that the SEC needs to be held accountable for their actions, and here is the start. SEC Chair Gary Gensler could soon be out of a job after drawing the ire of a US rep over his long series of abuses against the crypto space. And if we actually go over here, so yesterday I reported on this this tweet down here, which was from Hester Pierce talking about the internal conflicts of the SEC and what's been happening around the SEC around crypto. And we do see Warren Davidson actually responding, saying, yep, to correct a long series of abuses, I'm introducing legislation that removes the chairman of the SEC and replaces the role with an executive director that reports to the board where authority resides. Former chairs of the SEC are ineligible. So, this is pretty big. I think that this is actually huge. And yes, I strongly believe that we need to get rid of Gary Gensler. I think that that is a great start to where we could possibly see some sort of major change around crypto and crypto regulations within the US. And also, we do see down here, when entrepreneurs find they cannot, the commission dismisses the possibility of making practical adjustments to our registration framework to help entrepreneurs register, and instead rewards their good faith with an enforcement action. Meaning, guess what? They can't just come in and register. They are going to 100% get targeted every single time, no matter what, because they want to utilize their weaknesses against them. It's truly despicable what the SEC does, but hopefully we could finally see some sort of action here. And like I said, the SEC held accountable for their actions. Now, also over here, we do see from Mr. Huber, we have from the SEC itself, emails in which Hinman is warned to never meet with a certain member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance because he has criminal conflicts of interest. Emails in which Hinman jokes that the ethics office doesn't want them to meet, but he'll watch the EEA member pay for his own lunch. Emails in which his buddy from Simpson Thacher tells Hinman that some of their clients call him their golden ticket. Emails talking about how there were numerous confidential emails between the SEC and JP Morgan about Ripple. Hinman's calendar with dozens of calls and meetings with EEA members, and with obviously impossible entries, like giving a speech in San Francisco and meeting with Ripple in Washington at the same time. A memo that Hinman did not give the speech he indicated he would give to the SEC leadership. Hinman's interrogation, in which He has no recollection of anything going back only a few months, but remembers every word of meetings that took place years ago. I could go on and on, but I think you get the point. We have a lawsuit against the SEC for lying that Hinman never even wrote emails with Simpson Thacher. We have a judge who called the SEC's conduct hypocritical and an unfaithful allegiance to the law. We have Lubin, who is the only one in the entire crypto space who not only runs a token factory with the SEC's blessings, but also praises the SEC to the skies. We have Lubin calling for the folks at the SEC his friends who are doing a great job. We have Lubin loudly announcing that the SEC will soon take action against a major project. We have a memo from the SEC describing how the SEC is finding information about other token projects from Lubin. As I said, hours go on like this. And yes, like when you look at what's been happening around this case and around the SEC, corruption runs rampant. I mean, the amount of corruption within the SEC internally is insane. And it really makes you question, what else is there? Because their government is built upon corruption. It truly is something interesting. Now, also, over here, from Anderson, outside of the US, Mika. This has been one thing that I've been reporting on for a little bit of time. Mika will most probably come into force in 2024. First major jurisdiction to have clear crypto regulations. And here we have, Mika is perhaps the first comprehensive regulatory regime in the world tailored specifically for or to crypto assets. Europe is reportedly the largest crypto market in the world, accounting for 25% of global crypto activity. EU approach generally, down here, this is their blueprint. Ripple recently tweeted this old article from June 30th, 2022, same day as they agreed on Mika. Now in a couple of days, we're expected to have the final vote. So it's clear to me Ripple is keeping an eye or a close eye on this by tweeting this article again. And yeah, it definitely is interesting. But you know what? One thing that I want you all to understand is the direct connections that Ripple does have already to extremely high prestigious names like the IMF, even Christine Lagarde from the ECB. Like, you got to understand that for decades, or I shouldn't say decades, sorry, a decade, we have seen Ripple expanding rapidly. We have seen meetings with some of the highest grade names, like I said, around finance, especially in the ECB, the IMF, the World Economic Forum, the World Bank. I mean, the connections just continue and continue and continue, and they definitely are shocking. But one thing that I'd like to mention is the connections to the IMF. Like, here you have blockchain and banks. This is Brad Garlinghouse, and here you guys have Deputy General Counsel, International Monetary Fund, Ross Lecco. And during this time, by the way, there was a lot of jokes actually made during this meeting. This is a very interesting one. You can actually find this on YouTube if you want to watch the full thing, but it definitely is an interesting video. And it just kind of expresses the connections that Brad has with some of these high prestigious names, as well as, you know, the meetings that were already in place within these names as well. And also, remember, here you guys have another incredible photo of Brad Garlinghouse and a ton, and I mean a ton of leaders around finance, and of course, Christine Lagarde at the center point here. And then also over here, you have Brad Garlinghouse, Chief Executive, Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Christine Lagarde, Chairman of Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, Director of Monetary Markets, IMF. All of these high prestigious names sitting right around a table with, guess who? Brad Garlinghouse. Do you honestly expect this to be a nothing? Like, these meetings are all huge. They're giving you a little bit of an insight on where we are headed. Ripple has been ahead of the game for so long. I also believe that Ripple being the first major name to be targeted by the SEC within the space. And yes, there's been cases before, but this is like one of the biggest ones. If not, it is the biggest case in crypto history. I believe that this was to make an example. I also think that it was to make a big amount of noise around crypto and crypto regulations. I think it was to streamline and speed things up. But of course, this has been going on for 2.5 years almost. So it's questionable, right? But I do believe that there is a big plan behind all of this. What do you see over here from 360 Trader? I know I mess with the XRP army a lot, but Ripple has been the pioneer. They have been the Star Trek Enterprise. The results of their efforts and court case will affect every one of your dumb altcoins. I applaud these folks. And yes, this is from Ripple. Industry leaders believe in the power of blockchain and crypto, but want regulatory clarity and improved sustainability. Our new white paper with the US Faster Payments Council shares insight into crypto's potential to transform global value movement. Probably nothing, right? Like when you look into these articles and these breakdowns, it truly gives you a little bit of an insight on just how large of a role Ripple is playing in the evolution of crypto and the adoption of crypto as well around some of the largest names out there. And we do see nearly 300 payment leaders from 45 countries agree that a financial system utilizing crypto for payments has strong potential to be faster, more affordable, and more transparent than existing money movement systems. So why isn't it being used more readily? Well, it's just mainly because of regulatory clarity. Like there's a lot of problems around this. But also, they found that 97% of industry leaders across multiple sectors believe in the power of blockchain and crypto to speed up payments within the next 3 years. 3 years. Yet they need more clarity on regulatory issues and improve sustainability before making big bets on the technology. Down here, faster, lower cost payments with crypto. This also talks about just the adoption and the trend around a lot of this, but we do see these trend lines will likely continue. Nearly 90% of surveyed payments leaders say crypto benefits could deliver cost improvements for international transactions, and 75% anticipate cost benefits for domestic payments. In addition to cost savings, respondents say crypto and blockchain benefits could also help eliminate the need for pre-funding, speed up settlement times, and bring transparency to opaque capital flows. And this is all kind of centered on XRP if you technically think about it, but there is so much happening here. And yes, I do believe that we are in for a massive transformative push in the tech side of things, but also in the global side of things. It's going to be a global initiative. And Ripple has, like I said, been focused on this for a while. They have that crypto means business campaign that they are still running. This has been a big one that we've been focused on for a while. And I do think that this is putting a lot of businesses onto crypto, and I think that soon we will see a lot of adoption from the B2B side of things, but also enterprises building the internet of value. Here is about Ripple. So talking more so about enterprises, yes, I do believe that enterprises, businesses, institutions, all of them will soon be utilizing this technology. This has been the About Ripple section for a while, building the internet of value. This is going to change everything. It is ultimately going to be, like I said, that big transformative push around crypto. It's going to be the solutions that allow the world to not only be connected, but also to be more efficient than ever around payments, around settlement speeds. I mean, like everything that you know of today will be fully adopted by, disrupted by and adopted within crypto. And it definitely is going to be something very exciting to see and watch evolve before our eyes. But of course, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because I'm more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. As it's up to you all, have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.